Hi everybody, welcome back. My latest project is building a garden. I don't have much experience in gardens or building gardens, and if you know me, if you've watched my other videos, you know that I need to research things before I dive into it. So that's what I did. I read several articles, watched many videos, and I have come to the conclusion that the type of garden that will best suit my needs is a Hugelkultur. Hugelkultur is an old German word that translates to hill culture or mound culture. It's a technique that has been practiced in Germany for centuries. It has stood the test of time, and it may be making a comeback. The concept of Hugelkultur is actually kind of genius. In short, it's basically a mound of organic material that slowly breaks down over time that feeds your garden. It is low maintenance, long lasting, and very productive. The mound works like this. There are several layers of organic material piled on top of each other, and at the very top, a complete coat of 3 inches or more of topsoil. At the base, you have your large logs. Over time, as they break down, they will not only release the vital nutrients contained within them, but they will also act as sponges to hold the water from rain. This practically eliminates the need for you to water your garden manually, unless you live in exceptionally arid and dry climates. Then you may still need to water it every now and then. On top of your logs, you have your sticks. These are to fill in the gaps left by the logs, as well as to give the shape of the Hugelkultur, or the hill. Kind of shape it up. On top of your sticks, you have grass clippings, pine shavings, pine needles, leaves. These are a much more quickly decomposing material to kind of kickstart the action. And on top of your grass clippings, you have your manure and compost. If you have your own composting bin, you can just shovel that into a wheelbarrow, take it over to your mounds, and dump it on top, covering all of it from the top all the way to the ground. What I used was chicken litter, the manure, as well as ash and burn pile residue from trees that we had cut down and burned. After I put the composting materials on, I put on the topsoil. I did it from the top all the way to the bottom. You want it to be completely covered with each layer of material. Most people will tell you that this needs to be done in either the fall or the winter so it has time to settle and prepare itself for spring planting. I'm doing this in the late spring, but I live in Louisiana, therefore we have a much longer growing season. And even though you should prepare it in the fall or winter, it can be planted, it can be built in the spring and ready for planting immediately. Now there are some materials that you probably shouldn't use in your hill gardens. One of those is too much pine. You can use pine, but just pair it with other things. The logs that I use here, are pieces of red oak tree that fell over during Hurricane Laura. We had it cut up and pushed off to the side where it has sat for years and started to decompose. Fortunately, I had help moving it into place and then setting up the way I wanted them to be. You should never try to use pressure-treated wood as a base for a Hugelkultur. This contains toxins which can be very bad for your garden. Wood from black locust and redwood trees are decay resistant, so these won't be your first choice either. Now, wood from allelopathic trees, like black walnut, release growth inhibitors, so stay away from these. My plans for this garden are to grow squash, maybe some tomatoes, citronella, lavender, a pumpkin plant at the bottom, maybe a couple of pumpkin plants. And I'm not really sure what after that. Maybe some carrots or potatoes. But those are just some ideas. I haven't completely decided what I want to grow in here. But I definitely want to grow the squash and pumpkins and the citronella. The citronella because that is a great deterrent for mosquitoes. And if you know anything about Louisiana, we have awful mosquitoes here. So citronella is a must, squash is a must, and I'll just kind of go from there. I'll plant a couple things a week so that they don't all come at me at once, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. But I think that's going to wrap it up in terms of talking. I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the video and watch how I built. One more thing. Let me know in the comments whether you like this first person perspective with my body camera, or if you like it mounted in a place and I'm walking into and out of frame. I recently bought a tripod to keep my camera still, and you will see those recordings later on. But yeah, if you could do me a favor and let me know which perspective you like more, or if I should keep using both for different kinds of shots, that would be great, and I will adjust my methods accordingly. I want to give you guys the best videos. I want you guys to enjoy my videos, so if you could do me that one favor, I would greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoy.